Then I'm going to call the meeting to order. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another day of dancing on the screen. It's always, we had hoped we were going to have any of those, but we'll see. Maybe our last one we'll be able to see each other in person, but who knows? Doesn't sound like it. So, just Ellen has to be excused. Could we have a motion for that, please? All in favor? That passed. Minutes from our meeting on September the 9th have been circulated. And if you can, if they're as good as circulated, could we have a motion, please? Anne Marie makes the motion to approve as circulated. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Okay, that is passed. Anyone opposed? No one's opposed. Okay. Are there any post agenda items? Seeing none, could we have an adoption of the agenda, please? Moved by Kelly. All in favor? That is also passed. Then we'll go to Maria for subdivisions.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is subdivision file number 2021-0-010. This parcel is located in the village of Tilley. It is a parcel that's currently owned by the county and is currently zoned public service, but it is not being used for the intended purpose. A portion of the subdivided lot will be consolidated, one with the parcel adjacent to it and the other side with the parcel adjacent to that one. Portion of parcel G, plan 1377 EU, is actually encroaching on this public utility lot. So this subdivision will make that so the encroachment is no longer there. We'll rectify the existing encroachment. The owners of the adjacent parcels have entered into a sales agreement with the county to purchase the respective portions of their subject parcels. A surveyor sketch has been submitted with the application, and it does show the encroachment. Once this subdivision and consolidation is complete, there will be, the house will be completely on their own parcel. So staff is recommending that this subdivision be approved. Municipal reserve is not applicable as the lands to be subdivided are less than 0.8 acres. And the conditions would be that all outstanding property taxes be paid, that any utility right-of-way plans, easements, and or agreements which are to be registered on the lands be done before finalization, and that the lands be consolidated in a manner that they can't be taken apart again without the approval of the subdivision authority. Thanks.
Thank you, Maria. Questions? Yes, Brian.
Two questions. They're sort of connected. One, what was the price of the property that the owner had to, or that the applicant had to pay? And the second question is who pays the cost for surveying and making this go the way it's the application is presented?
Well, I can answer the second part of that question, and then Lane, I'm going to give you a heads up that I'm going to direct the purchase price to you, if that's possible. But the subdivision and surveying costs were included in the purchase price of the property. I can't remember off the top of my head what that number was, and hopefully Lane can speak to that.
What I would suggest, those would have been details that were worked out, and part of an in-camera discussion, I'll pull out information and circulate it to members of council so that you do have the details regarding the sales agreement.
Okay, that's fine. You can live with that, Brian? Yes, go ahead.
No, not really. I think that needs to be recorded. This is a land purchase from the county, and I would feel more comfortable if we're aware of that and it's recorded for the minutes.
Just let me go back to the original agreement. I just want to make sure that we're not going to be offside with anything. It would have been based on the market value that was established at the time that the agreement was entered into. I will provide the information.
Okay, thanks. I'll wait for that.
Are there further questions while we're waiting? Seeing none, I guess we can just, yes, Kelly.
Maybe not so much a question, but a comment. By the looks of things, this land was available and owned by the county. So, yeah, I just want to make that comment that they were very fortunate that this was available to them, because it looks like they built on land that was not there.
Is this a relatively new development, or is this from ages gone by?
This has been here for a long time, and you know, I haven't looked at the history. I'm not sure if this is something that we have inherited from the village of Tilley or if it has happened, but it was never permitted. It just happened, and now we're trying to rectify the situation.
Well, if it's been there a long time, I'm sure it was there when the village. So not unusual. I think we have many more like that we don't even know about yet. Todd.
To interject, that property did come when the village of Tilley dissolved, and it actually used to have a trailer on it, a mobile home, and the trailer was deemed to not be livable anymore, so we removed that trailer, and that's when that lot became empty between those two. I thought it was sold many moons ago to the person to the south, but I guess it was not. And that's all I have on that one.
So how long's a moon, Todd?
Many moons. I have no idea.
Moons.
It's
Is that 4 weeks or what is that?
yeah, I'm going to go 4 weeks. Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Yeah. Yes, Wayne. You're not coming through,
I
Wayne.
think we dealt with this. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. We dealt with this, I think, in my first term. We're talking 5, 6 years, 7 years ago, when Gordon was on council, because this came up and we decided we're going to sell it to him, and now we're getting back to it again. That's quite some time.
Hubie?
Lots around the time that these modulars that were non-livable, and they hadn't paid taxes on them, so then they were demolished and went back to the county.
Wayne?
I could be wrong, but I thought that we dealt with consolidating some land here quite a few years ago, but it might have been another piece that I'm thinking about. So.
Lane? Go
The
ahead.
information, yes, the information that we have, the land price was $5,100. Subdivision fees and survey costs plus the purchase price of the land is split between two adjacent lot owners. So that is the value that was applied to the property, to the sale of that property at the time that the agreement was raised.
Sufficient, Brian?
So I hear $5,100 and I heard the agreement between two owners. I'm not sure that's all that clear for me. What's going on here that we aren't given the clarity? I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not understanding it, but I want to have the clarity for the minutes that this property was sold for this much money, and it covered the purchase of the land plus the subdivision and surveying costs.
The lot is between two adjacent property owners. It's surplus. It's no longer needed by the county. Both adjacent owners have expressed interest in acquiring half of that. So it's being split in half. It's going to be consolidated with each adjacent property. The price that was assigned to the value of the lot was $5,100. In addition to the value of the lot, there is subdivision fees and survey costs involved. The total cost for all of that is being split between the two property owners, which the lot is going to be consolidated with.
Okay, I'm clear now. Thank you. And I'd make the motion to approve.
Sorry, who did that? Who made the motion? Okay. Didn't you also make the motion already? No?
Oh, I just made a comment. I didn't make a motion.
Okay. Okay, thanks, Brian. Brian moves. Any further discussion? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All in favor? That is passed. Seeing no one opposed, as everybody was in favor. That closes the subdivision part. Any post-agenda items? Nothing in camera. Any further questions for MPC? Seeing none, I am going to adjourn the meeting. Thank you very much, everyone.